Hello everyone, and welcome back to day 2 of this Yoga for Extreme Beginners series. I'm so glad you came back a second day. So today we're going to take this practice just a little bit deeper, a little bit further. We'll test ourselves just a little bit more. And as I invited you yesterday, I will also invite you today to please always approach this practice with a sense of kindness and patience for yourself. And also know that you are your own best guide. So I am just a guide. I'm here to offer something to you, and you take it or leave it or change it, however works best for your body. So that being said, hopefully you still have your props from yesterday, or your pillows that stand in. We'll go ahead and just have a little refresher for the day. So sit up on your block. Just allow your legs to cross. We were here yesterday. It's always good to have a little reminder, right? That's why we practice all the time, so we can keep reminding ourselves. Now lean a little too far forward, a little too far back. Find that middle ground. Tighten the belly. Roll the shoulders up towards the ear, and then just release them back and away, opening the heart, the front of the heart. Gently tuck the chin and lengthen through the spine. Hands rest on the thighs. Take 5 breaths here. You can close the eyes or keep the gaze soft. Your choice. Now remember that ujjayi breathing we worked on yesterday, that fogging the mirror breath. Inhale through the nose. Fog the mirror with your throat, but keep the lips together. Let's find a few of those. Just settling ourselves to our mats. Coming here, nowhere else. One more big deep breath in. And one more big deep breath out. Wiggle it out, open the eyes, shake out the wrists. Remember to not take yourself too seriously. And then take a moment to get out of this slowly. It can be a little bit of an intense stretch. We'll go ahead and move your block off to the side. Reach for your blanket or towel and just go ahead and place it under your knees in the middle of your mat. Just a cushion. Offer a little kindness, and then bring your hands right below your shoulders. Your knees look back right beneath your hips. Now bend your elbows out to the sides. Point them straight back, and then slowly start to straighten them to they're almost straight, but not locking out. So a little bit of bend just to protect the joints. We'll take a deep breath here. We're going to move into a pose known as cat-cow pose. So on an inhalation, drop the belly, roll the heart open, and just gently lift the gaze. Lift your gaze up to the sky. This is cow pose. And as you exhale, tuck your belly in, tuck your tailbone under, tuck your chin in towards your chest, pressing away. Pressing into the palms, rounding your spine, cow pose. We'll move through this a few times. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin in towards your chest. Exhale, cow. One more time. Drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze, inhale. exhale as you round your belly, dome your shoulders, and tuck your chin in towards your chest. Coming back to center, maybe coming onto your knees for a minute, just shaking out the wrists. So notice, did that not feel good on your wrists to have your hands flat like that? If you're saying, that was really intense, here's an option. Bring your hands into fists. So maybe do this one at a time. Bring them right underneath your shoulders, just like your hands were earlier, except you've made fists, really keeping the wrist straight, not wanting to dump because that could cause some serious injury. But just like little gorilla hands, we'll take a few cat-cows with these gorilla hands just to register the difference so you can choose which feels better for your body. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your belly under, tuck your chin in towards your chest, dome your shoulders. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, tuck your belly, dome your shoulders, tuck your chin. And coming back to that neutral spine, that flat tabletop position, and just one by one, come off the hands, shake out the wrists. Again, just playing with what feels best for your body today. So now we'll come back into that tabletop position. We're gonna move into downward facing dog. All right, so palms right below the shoulders, knees directly below your hips. We'll go ahead and bend your elbows out to the sides. Point them straight back, just engaging our shoulders here, really connecting with our shoulders, and slowly start to straighten the arms till they're almost, but not fully locked out. Just so that they're mostly straight. Go ahead and tuck your toes under. And from here, tighten your belly, lift your knees off the mat, and press your hips all the way back towards your heels, keeping your knees bent for now. Take a deep breath in and out. And then slowly start to straighten your legs. If they don't straighten all the way, don't worry about it. Down dog can be really intense. There's a lot going on in the hamstrings and the low back and the shoulders. Just do what you can. Meet yourself where you're at today. 2 more deep breaths here. Maybe the legs start to stretch and straighten. Maybe they don't. While we're continuing to breathe here, I'll share a little story. My first ever yoga class, I hated down dog. I hated it so much. So it's intense, yeah, but it gets better over time. 1 more deep inhale, and 1 more deep exhale in this kind of upside down V shape, this downward facing dog, releasing the heels a little closer to the mat, pressing into the palms, and then just drop down to your knees. Again, just shake out your wrists. We're doing a lot today. It's getting intense. We'll find downward facing dog 1 more time and notice the continuities between each pose. So here we are in that tabletop that's set up for cat-cow pose. Then we bend the elbows out. We point them back, setting up our shoulders just the same. Start to straighten them. Tuck our toes. Tighten the belly and lift the knees off the mat, pressing back. Slowly starting to straighten our legs. Breathing into the intensity of this stretch. All our 10 toes are flat on the ground. All our fingers are flat on the mat. Can we breathe? Oh yeah, that's an important question. Shake the head. Yes and no. To release the neck. Then we're gonna go ahead and from here, come forward into an upward push-up position and just go ahead and drop your knees. So notice automatically there's a difference here in this upward push-up position than there is in tabletop. So tabletop, you're making like all right angles. But plank, your knees are back behind you. Now, if you're feeling super feisty, you can tuck your toes and lift your knees. But unless you're that rare person who is just really gung-ho for a very, very, very intense core workout, just keep your knees dropped. I like to keep the blanket under to cushion my knees. Take a deep breath. Now notice here, are your hips sagging down? If so, tighten your belly. Hug your core in. Protect your spine. Now that we've got our hips where they are, look at your toes. Go ahead and untuck them. And then let your heart sag between your shoulders. Now press your palms away and dome your spine, almost in that cow or cat pose again. And then can we find the middle ground between those two extremes? Tucking the chin slightly, lengthen the back of your neck. 2 more breaths here. Whew. Maybe feeling it in the core a little bit. If you want that bikini body, this is a good place to start. Get those abs ready. Whew. And then just lower all the way down to your belly. Let's go ahead, and if you do have a blanket, go ahead and move that off to the side for now. Come to our bellies and take a look at your toes, or maybe just feel them. Make sure your toes are pointed straight down on your mat, behind you. Your big toes touch, if possible. Maybe we're not there yet. And then bring your palms right underneath your shoulders. You can rest your chin down on the mat for now. Hug your elbows in towards each other, kind of squeezing them in towards each other. Tighten your belly. Keeping your feet down. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, tightening your belly, and just lift slightly. So if you're going like this, you could cause some damage. So let's just use our back muscles and our abs to lift us rather than torquing ourselves. 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, release. So that's baby cobra. We'll do this a few more times. So palms by our shoulders, hug the elbows in towards our sides, toes ground down. Inhale as we lengthen out, tuck your chin slightly, lift up. So really lengthening out to come up rather than crunching. 2 more deep breaths here. Keep the gaze down slightly in front of you so the neck stays long. And exhale. Release. Oh yeah, that feels good. Release it down. We'll do 1 more of these. Inhale as we hug the elbows in, palms, rest down, tighten the belly, ground through the toes. Inhale out to lengthen up. And remember, don't stress yourself out trying to remember everything all at once. Just try to do 1 thing each video. Again, that's why we practice. Let's challenge ourselves here and just lift the fingertips up off the mat slightly. Notice if you fall forward a little bit. We're not using our hands as crutches anymore, huh? 1 more deep breath in. And release. Turn 1 cheek to the mat. Just wiggle the hips. Let yourself find a little moment for pause. Then we'll come back up, grab our blanket. So today we've explored a few new postures in detail. So now we're just gonna kind of let that knowledge that we've had cement. So we'll start, again, finding that cat-cow. We're just gonna build some muscle memory here, some repetition. So knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale as we drop the belly, lift the gaze. And exhale, curl through the spine, tuck the chin. We'll find 2 more of these cat-cows. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Knowing you can always come up onto the fists as I showed you earlier. Great alternative. Lovely for the wrists. One more cycle. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Coming back to that flat tabletop position. Bend your elbows out to the sides. Point them straight back. Start to straighten them for the most part. Tuck your toes. Press your hips up and back into downward facing dog. That upside down V shape. Shake your head. Yes and no. Yes to life and to yoga. No to negativity and hating on yourself. One more deep breath in. And out. Then slowly start to come forward into that upward push-up. Drop the knees. Untuck your toes. Again, remember they're pretty far behind you at this point. Tighten your belly to keep your center strong. And sag your shoulders. Dome your shoulders. Then find that middle ground in this plank pose. And lower down to our bellies. We'll do 3 more baby cobras. Hug your elbows in. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift up, lengthen up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Then just go ahead and press yourself back up to your hands and knees. We'll just go ahead and come back to a comfortable seat like we started this video. So set your block down, set yourself on top of it. Allow your knees just to start dropping towards the mat. They don't have to touch. It's okay. It's just a direction. Find that nice tall seat. Sitting tall within yourself. Breathe here. Two more big deep breaths. Releasing the shoulders away from your ears. Gently tucking your chin. Opening your heart to life. How does that feel? Let me know. Leave me a comment. Share a story. Share a question. I hope you enjoyed practicing day 2 of this 5-part series with me, and I hope to see you back again tomorrow. Thank you. Lungs for your body. And just pause for a moment in child's pose.